everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Star Wars Toybox Kylo Ren Disney Store exclusive figure. Now this is part of a new line of figures being put out by Disney, and these are only available exclusively at Disney stores and the Disney Store website. Now for the Star Wars, these come packaged in a standardized card back. You've got the white card back with some black on it. Up in the corner, you've got the Disney Store exclusive logo. The figure's clearly displayed. In the back there, it tells us this is figure #1 in the Star Wars series. And then down below, you've got the name of the character. On the back of the packaging, it looks exactly the same with all the figures in the Star Wars line. So you've basically got to look at the first 3 figures that have been released. So Kylo Ren, Rey, and the First Order Stormtrooper all are on shelves now. And then again, it tells us this is figure #1 in the series. Alright, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging. Now first of all, you get a catalog scan that shows you the various different Toybox figures that they're doing. So for Star Wars, they've got the 3 that I previously told you, Rey, the First Order Stormtrooper, and Kylo Ren here. And then they're doing 3 more additional Star Wars figures that are unknown to us at this time. Looks like one is a female character. They're also doing Pixar figures, so we've got from Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and Jessie, and then 4 others that are unknown. And then for Marvel, which I reviewed the other day, they've got Thor, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Iron Man, plus 3 others, which 2 of which look to be female characters. Now for the figure itself, the only accessory that this thing comes with is the lightsaber, and he holds it in his right hand, and he's gripping it pretty tight. And this looks pretty good. I like the sculpting detail. You've got some ridges and stuff on the blade, which is done with that red semi-translucent plastic. And then again, you've got the red plastic here on the sides. And the handle is done mostly with black, and then you've got some metallic silver mixed in as well. So overall, for a figure like this, I think they've done a pretty good job. And again, he can only hold the lightsaber in his right hand. The left hand is sculpted in an open position, but he does hold it nice and tight in the right hand. And again, he can only hold the lightsaber in his right hand. The left hand is sculpted in an open position, but he does hold it nice and tight in the right hand. So for the figure itself, if you're not familiar, this is based on the Disney Infinity video game. Now the video game itself has been canceled, but I guess Disney decided to take the figures and add articulation to them. The original figures that were associated with the game did not have any articulation. And overall, I think they've done a pretty good job with the sculpting detail on this one. I like how the head looks. You've got the metallic silver, and then you've got a darker black on the helmet than with the rest of the figure. The paint on this is very basic. It's all just black other than the metallic silver on the helmet. There's no paint detail on his belt or anything. And you've got the hood piece, which is a separate piece, and then this piece that covers his shoulders that's also a separate piece. And both are done with that kind of rubber type material. And I like the ridged look, the tattered look on the back here. I think that looks pretty good. And I like how the hood fits on the head. Now if you can get the head sculpt off, you could probably take the hood off as well as the shoulder piece, but I haven't been able to pop the head off on this one. It's not one that you can easily just pop off, so it'll probably take a little work if you really wanted to get that hood off. But again, those are both separate pieces on the figure. Then you've got some sculpting detail on the arms with the ridge work that goes all the way down. And then for the lower body, you've got these skirt pieces that are attached to the belt. You've got this outer one which goes almost all the way down to the feet, and this got the split down the middle. And then you've got the shorter skirt piece underneath there with the ridges sculpted on there. And both are done with that kind of rubber type material. And then underneath that, you've just got the regular legs, which are pretty basic, and then you do have some sculpting detail on the boots. So overall, I think they've done a pretty good job here of capturing that look of the Disney Infinity game with this figure. Now this figure stands almost 5.5 inches tall if you count to the tip of his hood. Here's a comparison with the Marvel Toybox Iron Man figure, which I reviewed last week. And then finally, here's a comparison with the Hasbro 3 3/4 inch Kylo Ren and then a Hasbro 6-inch Black Series Kylo Ren. So for articulation with this one, you can turn the head to the left and to the right, and the entire hood will move with the head since it is a separate piece, which is nice. And then it does have a ball hinge joint here on the neck, so he can look down about that much with the hood. And then he really can't look back with the hood. You can have the head itself kind of look back, but then he ends up looking into the hood. So I don't know if you want to really bother with that, but you do have some back and forth movement with that ball hinge joint. And if you get the hood off, you probably have even more movement. And then with the arms, you can get the arm out good, and you've got good rotation there at the arm. You don't have a bicep swivel, but you do have a swivel at the elbow. These have single hinged elbows, and then rotation at the wrist and hinges on the hand, so you get up and down movement with the hands, which is nice. You have a waist swivel with these and no ab crunch or anything. And then the legs, you can do the splits about that much. Now with this one, because of the skirt pieces, you can kind of do it out like that between the skirt pieces, but those do limit some of the forward and back movement with the leg. And then you can do the leg back about that much. The legs have single hinge knees, so you can bend the legs about that much. And then again, you have rotation at the knee. And then with the feet, you have hinges, so you have up and down with the feet. But with this figure, you don't really have any rotation and no ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I would say if you're a fan of the Disney Infinity Series video game and you like the character designs from that game, this is a figure you'll definitely want to check out. Now this figure is available now. As I mentioned before, it is a Disney Store exclusive, so you'll either need to go into a store or go to their website to purchase it. We'll have a full image gallery for this figure up at JediInsider.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. Also, if you've been digging the space walls featured in this video, be sure to check out gtptoys.com. They're the ones that make those, and they have a wide selection for you to choose from that'll fit both your 6-inch and 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures. I'll have a link to them in the video description as well. As always, like the video if you're so inclined, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.